And I did just spray this. I'm pretty sure it's for the first time. And man, sorry, I didn't know this was so bad. And you might remember last time I used black. So we'll see how that's going to work out. So I'm going to add a little violet to the sky. And one of my big goals for this demo is to not get so many great pictures of my hair in the painting. And no, that's not really, well, oh, I was looking for something darker, but I kind of like that to be the little light showing through the clouds, through the clouds. I do feel like I want the sky. I think I want the sky. Oh, I just don't know if I want the sky. I can't tell. Do I want the sky a little darker so that the land will look brighter? That's a question I'm asking myself right now. And I did just make it a little darker. I'm using some sort of gray. And I wanted to go ahead and get something in between these trees too, because there's a lot of, well, I guess that's pastel. I thought it was paper showing through, but it's not the right color to be paper. So, okay, so now I'm going to work on my mountain a little bit. And I'm going to start with the brightest part on the mountain where the sun is hitting. And, it's going to be an exaggeration, and I always exaggerate because I find if I just try to be literal, then there's a really, really good chance I will minimalize, and I'm not interested in minimalizing. I think minimalizing is what we do, that we have so much stimulus, so much input all the time, that we minimalize the world, and I don't think the artist should do that. That the goal of the artist, one of the goals, is to show people something that they just aren't going to see on their own. So, this is a nice scene. I did not take this picture. My friends that go kayaking here all the time took this picture. I have been here, so that kind of helps me, but let's face it, this is a scene, even just the scene alone is something most people are never going to see. This Marshfield Pond in Vermont, it's not really on anybody's radar as a place to go except people that live out there. So automatically here I've picked a scene that is a chance for people to see something they might not see otherwise. Oh, except on Instagram. But even if you do something that's every day, and the Impressionist, like, we kind of look at their work now and we really romanticize it because it's a past that's gone forever. But they were criticized for painting kind of everyday things. Just think about Manet's painting of the picnic on the grass. That so many times people tried to destroy that painting because it wasn't a classical scene. It was people dressed and undressed in sort of everyday clothing of the time. Or all the paintings you see of the Impressionists that have smokestacks in the distance. And if you think about the Ashcan School in New York City, those guys, they were really criticized for painting, also for painting the everyday subways and bars and cars on the streets. Like, oh, that's not romantic. And no matter what you paint, I mean, it's your vision. So you're sharing something that the world has never seen before. And it's even from the simplest still life, everything. It's like it's a once in a universe experience for you to be painting that specific scene at that specific day, that specific time. So it makes even the kind of most minimal efforts kind of become profound in a way because, because they're unique. And even if I paint this same scene next week, I mean, that is a little problem, I guess, with doing the demos and getting a little bit ahead. If I started this painting next week, I'm a different person than I am now. So this is this beautiful, unique moment in my life, painting this picture for you. And I'm deeply grateful, so thank you so much, because this is all I ever wanted to be, was a teacher, an artist and a teacher. All right, so I don't know. That was fun. I'm having a really good time here so far. So things could slither downhill at any moment. But so far, I'm kind of enjoying myself. My surface just feels great with the fixative on it. Everything's just laying on top just like I want. Like, I feel like I just picked up colors that worked for me. Now I'm actually using white, but I'm not doing it very heavy. Okay, kind of like that pink in the sky. I don't know why. I just don't see it actually. Just had a wild idea to put it in there based on what someone in my class actually did with their painting that I like so much. Okay, so I need to work here because that's going to give me some information about back here. I don't feel like I can make a choice on that color until I know what these guys are going to be. And I don't see a whole lot of value difference between these two areas of trees, even though they're kind of far apart. But what I do see is how much warmer these trees are than the ones in the background. And warm colors tend to come forward, so I'm going to try to start a little warm with that. Yeah, that's probably too light. Ugh, this old problem again. All right, I said warm colors. I'm going to just use this. I'm going to use some sort of brown if I can find some. I just felt like I needed my my little trunks in there just to know where I should hang my stuff off of here. Let's see, some dark maybe. Is this darker? And so I clearly got to work on the sky a little bit behind there. All right, maybe a little blue back here, trying to knock this back a little more. It's the world's smallest piece of something. And also possibly the only piece of this something, a little dark brown by Sennelier, I'm thinking. I don't see any more of it anywhere. Uh-oh. And I think once I put it down, I'll never be able to pick it up again. But you gotta say, it was kind of perfect for that. So I think anything I'm going to do right here, I better do it now. Yeah, maybe I'll put one more. That's kind of close to the edge, but I could have one more little tree thingy here. Commonly known as a trunk. Wow. Too bad about that, whatever that was, because that was good. Okay, so it's another Sennelier. See if we can. So no problem covering up the black. Something there just happened. I don't really understand. So the longer I paint on a picture, the more I don't really look at my reference material, my reference photo. I start trying to respond to what I feel like the painting, the needs of the painting. But usually these demonstrations, I don't work on long enough to get to that point. This is charcoal. I just wanted to see what I needed to, if I needed to, I wanted to know if I needed to get darker right under here, and I feel like I do. So now that I've seen it in charcoal, I'm going to do it in the dark blue. And of course, the whole thing with edges and moving the viewer's eye through the painting, all that stuff is just made up. It's all decisions that the artist makes based on what they want to emphasize in the painting. Okay, so I feel better about that, and now I just want to work back here, and I want a duller color. But I want it to stay dark, so that's kind of a problem. Let's see what this will do. It's just these things look so dark in my paint box, and then they're so light. Oh, wait, but oh my God, I'm completely stuck in here. I got out a bunch of other colors to use, and then I forgot. And now the question is, can I get up out of my seat without knocking over the camera? this. So I went through all my pastels and I came up with these that I didn't have here. Whoa. Okay, not bad. That I didn't have here in my box, so maybe I've got something that'll work for this. Okay, so this is a blue turquoise, really dark. Is it the darkest one? I like this bluish turquoise. I think it's a great color. And this is the very darkest one they make of it. It's a 0.2, so it's one of the darks they added. It's not very dark. Disappointing. And this is a gray, but it is really not dark. All right, then. And then I'm going to put this over it again. Golly. Okay, so kind of accept that. And all right, so I'm gonna come forward now. See what else I can do. Yeah, not that. I'm just using this dark purple, just trying to get things dark enough in here. And I don't know, it seems to me like the open water is it's more vertical, and then maybe I'll see about keeping the the snow on the surface of the ice more horizontal. That's what I'm thinking here. All right, so as usual, we got these rocks. Great. That's why I don't bother to, that's why I just break my charcoal before I break it when I'm drawing with it. Golly. No, this is a very delicate piece of charcoal. Usually I don't break them this bad. This is one of the blues I discovered. Looks pretty gray, but that's okay. Okay, so I want to get the snow in here because if I want to put weeds and reeds. So this is the same color I just was using in the background, but I'm just pressing down on it a little harder just to maybe bring this closer. And harden up that little edge. Okay, it dropped something. And you know, the usual way you find something you dropped is when you step on it. But I don't see it, so maybe it went somewhere safe. All right. Yeah, I don't know about these bushes down here. I just guess, you know, I always say I just do whatever I think, so I guess I better just do what I say I do. And I'm just gonna put some orange in them. they're so complicated. I'm having a really hard time reaching over here as usual. And I've got barriers set up so that I hopefully stay out of the picture frame. I wanted to try to show that there was more than one layer, that there's darks. So I don't know about that. That might be distracting. Also, I'm teaching pastels in person now, which is awesome. But I keep giving away my stuff, you know. I keep saying, "Oh, here, you need a dark blue. Take this." And then I realize all of a sudden I can't find my piece. I'm looking for a certain, I just sort of have this shapes kind of memorized or something. And so I can't find the piece I want because I gave it away. And this is a schminky that I ran across in my stuff, and I don't want to unwrap it because it'll just shatter. But I don't really like the stroke that I'm using either. I would rather it was a little more smooth. So I'm thinking of it as underpainting and then come over it a little bit more with these rock thingies. So this is a point where I start to feel like I've lost track a little bit of what I'm doing. And I kind of like, ooh, I just want to go spray it because then I'll be able to get back on track. There's so much going on, you know, all around here, and I feel like I don't have a sense of what I really want to emphasize or anything. So I'm just, I feel like I'm painting with no, like, raison d'etre, maybe. And no oatmeal raisin cookies either. But I'm just going to try to persevere here, and let's see what this, that's way too light. Yeah, so I got to do something about this. And of course, where is that? That is in that corner that's really hard for me to get to. So maybe I can just move everything over a little more close. Okay. I like these rock reflections a lot in the photograph, and but I kind of can tell this is a place where maybe I didn't really draw things completely right, so. And I don't like that stroke either. I mean, how many times did I think that was another rock while I was drawing? Quite a few. So I also feel like, well, I don't know what's going to work. So what I try to do is look and see what is different about what I'm doing and what is in the photo or the scene. And I just keep kind of fooling around, adding things that are, things that are trying to change things to look more like what they are without, I'm not exactly, I don't know what's going to work, so I'm just looking for anything, like find 10 things that are different in this photo and this painting. And then I was thinking, well, maybe the rocks would explain themselves a little more if I put in a few more rocks, because I kind of painted them out here. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do a really dark. Yeah, let's try this. Oh yeah, and then remember, always put your snow or whatever. If you want your rock to sit in the snow, be sure you do the snow last. All right, let's see what we can do about some reeds. Little hairy rocks. And I had those birch trees back there. I don't know. I'm going to just see. I can always take them out, right? Oops, I missed it. I was trying to, oh, I missed it again. Oh, well. Okay, then I think I just have to do a little on these guys in front, and if I'm going to have those guys back there. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm happy enough with this, and I don't think I'm going to work on it again, and just going to call it quits, and maybe, or maybe I'll just do something right here. This seems a little awkward.